going on, everybody? Kate, Lacey, Smoon, Miss Crivner. Hope you're all having a fantastic Saturday. What's up from Blood? How you doing, buddy?
Shake the booty, shake the knees.
Thank you for the squats, Lacey.
If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out.
There it is. All the love coming in at once. Buying pieces for making jewelry? Not too bad. I was up till like 4 in the morning. I edited a video last night, so for those of you that want to get involved in Lethal Company, I have a whole new guide on YouTube. I updated it in the Discord as well. So there's a new Discord guide for the mod manager, and then I still have the old guide for manual installation, which is more simplistic. Obviously more downloads if you want to do a lot of mods. But the mod manager, once you have it set up, it's just click and disable. So, and then you can insert or import codes for different streamers, different friends, and then what it does is it will add a profile for each of your friends that you play with. And you could just easily go through and select which profile you want to do, and it will add or disable mods for you based off the profile. So once it's all set up, it's much easier. So I can click on, Evo Kismet, that's her profile. I can click on Walla, and that's his profile. And then I just join because I'll have every mod that they have pretty much. So I've got that updated. I added a couple mods for when I play. And everybody should take a look at that guide, take a look at the video, and get that set up if you want to be playing Lethal Company, because it will make it a lot easier in the long run. As for today, I want to get some levels in for Phasmophobia, and then it's just going to be depending on what's going on afterwards. If we play some Lethal Company or Mortuary Assistant, or maybe even toss in another horror game and check it out. So let's get those squats out of the way. So you guys are so eager to see me squat right away.
Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation. I've got nothing else to report, unfortunately.
What's up, Will? How you doing, dude? Technically, that was 15 squats and then a hold on a 16th, but whatever. You guys get an extra squat today. My cord all twisted up. All right. Where's my cursor? I turned it off so that I can record a video on here too. My bad. My bad. My mouse feels super slippery right now. Lacey, thank you for the 46-second hug to Kate. Kate with the return hug of 80 seconds. No way. Is that Pulte? I think so. We didn't smudge though. Hopefully it wasn't one of the things.
Welcome back.
Pretty weak poltergeist if you ask me.
We've arrived. Check the equipment.
Yeah, I do. You can check it out in the Discord. If you check in my Discord under Lethal Chat, you'll see the whole guide. I pinned the actual guide too to the top. So yeah, check that out. That'll get you pretty much everything you need to know. Wait, what am I doing? Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can even post in the Lethal Chat. Oh, a guide for the farm run. I haven't made a YouTube guide on this, no, but I mean, I have tons of VODs of me running this run. But now that it's been changed, I can release a guide soon, but it's on the list of things to do. I just don't think a lot of people are actually playing Faz right now. Faz is kind of old news. And even after they nerfed the campfire, I think most people are jaded about playing Faz. And they're not really interested in this isn't good. I think we have a Moroi. I'm still learning, but I'd like money for when I play with friends. Well, the thing with this farming method is this requires you to have a certain amount of knowledge to be able to do it successfully.
Welcome back.
Because if you don't know what you're looking for, and you're not going to know what to pick. And even though the runs are quick, you're going to be wasting your time. But I'll give you a quick rundown. Essentially, you can check this out in the Faz chat as well. I have the listings here for my customs, and I'll update them too. But the current custom that I run is very simple. The preset is Apocalypse 3. And then the only thing that you're going to change is player speed to 100, ghost speed to 100. That's it. And that's the multiplier that I use. So if you look, see 1310. So very, very simple. Again, you just change your player speed and the ghost speed to both be 100, and that's how I do these runs. As for items that I use one crucifix. The crucifix you can tier up as many times as you want. It's just going to be more help with more range. The igniter, you can tier that up as much as you want because it's no longer consumable when you get to tier 3. Incense, I never tier up, just keep it at a tier 1. Tier 2 slows down the ghost, and it can throw you off when you're looking for specific ghosts if you don't recognize when it's slowing down or why it slowed down. Salt, never go beyond tier 2, but tier 2 is the best because it doesn't slow down the ghost. Again, you don't want the ghost to slow down and kind of trick you into thinking it's something it's not. And then that's pretty much it. The motion sensor you could tier up. I usually go from 1 to 3, and I don't bother going to 2 because it's just a couple more clicks to turn it off, whereas like tier 1 and tier 3 both have 1 click to turn it off and on. Whereas motion sensor tier 2 has 2 different beam settings, so you got to click it 3 times to turn it off. And then the campfire is nerfed, so we use the tables now. And then there's certain things that you're looking for when it comes to ghosts. I choose spirit if I don't know what it is, so typically I get spirit 100% of the time, unless I'm being an idiot. We use the salt to check for wraith. That's an easy check, right? It doesn't step in salt. Phantom is a visual check. You'll see that it's hardly ever visible. Poltergeist, again, visual check, just seeing how frequently it's throwing items, but not just how frequent, but the velocity at which it's throwing the items. That's the biggest tick, because a lot of ghosts can still get the luck to throw like a banshee, but not be a banshee or a poltergeist. Banshee is very situational. Typically, you cannot guess a banshee, but if the ghost is active somewhere else in the map, but it keeps coming to you and burning the crucifix, and you'll notice it comes to you because you'll hear the motion sensor go off, then you can guess banshee. Jinn, we can't guess because we don't use the breaker. Can't guess a mare. Revenant, pretty obvious if you know what a revenant is. Extremely slow, and then very, very fast when it knows where you are. Can't guess a shade, but if you're here for more than 5 minutes, just leave and call it a shade, especially if it hasn't burnt the crucifix. Demons, I mean, you could say, like, if it burns your crucifix within 20 seconds rather than 25, so lower than 25 seconds, you can call a demon, but unreliable. Yuri, we hate this ghost. Never choose Yuri. It's horrible. Oni is the opposite of Phantom. The Oni will blink out of existence less than any other ghost, so they're quite visible most of the time. Yokai is more difficult to do with the table method, but you can still sometimes get a yokai check off. Pretty much it's blind to hearing, or any sensory within like, I think it needs to be within 3 meters to you to be able to detect you, so it's pretty obvious if you got a decent setup if it's a yokai or not. Onto visible breath, consistent speed. They don't change speed. With heavy rain and the breaker off, they are fast. They're not going to be slow. Can't guess Scorio. Myling, again, you can't hear a myling until it's within, I think, 10 meters. So myling is a giveaway if you can't hear the ghost, but you hear its activity. Can't test for Onryo. Twins is a slight variation in speed. It's hard to detect, but if you can detect it, that's the true guess. Raijus, they affect your electronics at an extended range, 15 meters. So if you're doing a mic check but you don't hear the ghost, it's more than likely a Raiju out of range. And again, they'll speed up near your electronics, so if it speeds up at the tables, when it gets there, turn the motion sensor off. You'll see it reduce its speed again, and you know it's a Raiju. Obake visual check, looking for a shapeshift. Remember, male ghosts can only shapeshift into other male ghosts. Female ghosts shapeshift into other female ghosts. Mimic, can't test for Mimic, but we do check the monitor at the end. And if you happen to see an orb and you get the, you get it quick enough to select Mimic, then you get lucky. Moroi is going to be pretty fast, not as fast as the Thay, but the thing with the Moroi is it will have line of sight speed, so you'll notice the increase in speed. And it's going to be blind for more than 5 seconds when you smudge it. Deogen, if you don't know what a Deogen is, then I don't know what to tell you. You're not playing this game enough. And a Thay, fast ghost, consistent speed, doesn't change with line of sight. It will stay the same speed at all times. So that's pretty much what you're looking for. The ghosts that I crossed out are the ghosts that you cannot detect, which gives us more than half of the ghosts to be able to get. So depending on your RNG, it can be pretty successful doing these runs. You'll get a lot of XP per hour. If you're having a decent amount of RNG, you can probably pull at level 100, about 10 levels an hour. If you're having bad RNG, then, God can't save you. And then as for the setup, I just put my smudges over here. I grab these objects. I place my salt down in a line right at the edge. And I loop the ghost around the table. Now, I'm not going to be able to do yokai check because the ghost will continuously do this dance. And there's nothing I can really do about that. I recommend smudging it at least once because there is the objective for smudging. Sometimes double objectives. You'll get the repel when chasing someone and smudge the ghost area. And we didn't get anything visual off of that. Couldn't hear anything. It was too close anyways. So we're just going to leave it on spirit. And then again, the ghost spawn area was probably behind the tent, so we're not going to see orbs if it did show up, but we still just take a look. You never know.
Welcome back.
So it's a demon. Probably uses ability, but you can't really check for those things on this run. It's not a reliable way to check, at least. So again, Crucifix for protection, Salt for Wraith, Electronic for Raiju. And the motion sensor is nice too because it lets you know when the ghost is in your area, so you can kind of avoid the ghost whenever it roams to you. And if you get roaming tendencies, then you can guess that it's either a Wraith or a Banshee or Phantom. Again, didn't give anything away, so we just leave it on spirit.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready.
So the thing about this is, yeah, there's a lot of ghosts that you might go through that don't give you any clues as to what it is. But you're only in there for like 3 minutes at a time. So it's not like you're losing a lot of time, which makes the experience that you do get when you get the ghost right worth it. I can guarantee you that even if you're not very good at the game, you'll probably level faster doing this than any other method in the game, just because of how much it pays out when you are correct, and the quickness of each of these runs. So we always stay at this end of the table to break line of sight. If we hear the ghost, we call out to it if it's within range. If it's not within range, then you're just going to stand up and give it line of sight. But you don't want to stand up too long because you don't want to give it line of sight speed, so just enough to let it know where you are. Now again, we can see that the blinks are normal. It seemed to have responded to my call, although it's very difficult to tell around the table sometimes. There were items left on the table, so not a poltergeist, wasn't throwing a lot of things, so we just move on. I didn't hear any visual indications telling me that it was anything different. So again, the yokai checks that the tables are unreliable. There's an example, right? I called out to it and it came over to the table area. I didn't give it line of sight, so there's no reason it should have came straight to that location. But it is what it is. Sometimes you get lucky with the yokai, other times you end up with that situation. There's nothing you could do. Now, you want to be careful with these early hunts, because you don't want to get yourself killed by trying to loop the ghost or get your setup down. But if you're, if you've been playing as long as I have and you're used to this, you kind of know when you're safe, when you're not safe, and you can still, add your setup in between hunts or during a hunt while you're looping if you're good enough and you keep your distance. I sure hope this is a spirit. But a lot of the times, like if you get hunted immediately, I don't even recommend...
Back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
I don't recommend setting up, especially when you're new to the run, because you're not going to be comfortable enough moving around the table. You're going to hesitate, you're going to forget to pick up a smudge, or you're going to fumble your items, drop your lighter. It's all sorts of shit can happen when you're being rushed by a ghost. And until you become extremely comfortable with what you're doing and you're not really thinking about your setup anymore, it's like riding a bike, right? It just becomes second nature. When your muscle memory has allowed you to just do setup quickly and you don't think about it, you can do things like that. You can pick up one smudge the ghost, put down your salt and sensor, and then pick up your other smudge and start looping. But you just want to be very careful about that because you only have 5 seconds, well 10 seconds total, right? With the 5 seconds on each smudge, and you have to escape the ghost for 30 seconds. So if you burn both your smudges in the first 12 seconds, then you really have to be very good at looping to keep yourself alive for the remainder 18 seconds. Now we're going to give it a quick line of sight there. That's a Revenant. Easy ghost. I'm going to smudge it.
Guys, I will literally suck your dick.
Jesus,
I
guys.
love when I just hear you explode behind me.
Holy shit. I just got fucking double whammy wombo comboed with the double daily D. Holy crap. Malevolous, Kate, thank you for the daily D. Much appreciated. And Kate, I love exploding behind you. Thanks for the lurk, Malevolous, dude.
Jobs for you.
Nice. What a decent payout. Double Mahdi Wombo combo. It's almost like you guys planned that shit. So I'm calling out to the ghost. It can't see me, but it's fast. It's they fast. So I will let it see me. Just because I'm comfortable looping a Thay. And I do need to smudge the ghost before it's gone. So I want it to run through the motion sensor because sometimes you get the motion sensor objective. I want to smudge the ghost because, again, you've got a handful of different objectives with the smudge as well. Unfortunately, we didn't get any of them. You could check your objectives prior to seeing the ghost, but I don't waste the time. Like, it's extra energy that I don't want to spend looking through the book every run. Because we do hundreds of these runs. I don't want to look into the book and read the objectives every time. That's just too much. It's way too much. So, again, we're looking for the most profit with the least amount of effort here. Efficiency at its core, right? That's what we're about. Oh, she fast. So you see this corner right here? It kind of gets line of sight of you. It changes its direction, but you can break that line of sight again. And so you just kind of play with this corner. And a lot of the times the ghost pathing will just keep it going back and forth, back and forth. Just be careful, because it doesn't always path that way. And if it doesn't path the way that you're expecting it to, you're going to get run down. Oh, I'm an idiot. That was actually a Diogen. Wow. Why didn't I actually test for that? I just assumed because I had called out to it. That it heard me. And it sped up because it heard me, not that it was already fast. Did I pick it up? Yeah, I did. Yeah, but now that makes sense. Because I was going past that break point, it was speeding up just enough to go around to the other side of the table. Oh well. We have a Wraith. Easy Wraith. We'll get our smudge off. I think the main reason I didn't stand up and verify it was a Deogen is because I hate looping wraiths when they have a constant sight on you. It's very exhausting to deal with a revenant when it has sight on you. Yo, what's up, zombies? How you doing, buddy? Love you too, buddy. Hey, if you haven't downloaded the mod manager for Late Company, for Lethal Company, I just made a YouTube video last night about it, zombies. The guide is in my Discord with a, you know, written out guide and a link to the videos and stuff and everything you need for it. I recommend it, zombies, because when you're playing with a lot of different people, it will allow you to like import and export codes to make it really easy to get the same mods as everyone else. Alright. I'm pretty sure it's not a yokai. I didn't smudge, did I? No, I didn't smudge. Damn it. It's okay, I don't know what it is. And I wasn't paying attention if it was a myling or not. Yeah.
Welcome back. I've got
Well, when it comes to doing professional, you don't need to know the ghost tells, you just get the evidence. You just get the evidence. When it comes to nightmare or, you know, customs where you do 2 or 1 evidence or 0 evidence, then you need to know the ghost tells. But when you're doing 3 evidence, just get your evidence. There's certain things that, you know, are tells that are percentage based. And so they're not like definite tells, they're just... Is that another wraith? No way. I'll take it. Why are you looping this way? Stop it. Go away. Like, for instance, when it comes to a spirit, there's only one way to know for sure if it's a spirit, and that's to do a smudge test. Once you burn your smudge and the smudge is done burning, you set a timer. So every ghost in the game, with the exception of a spirit and a demon, are affected by a smudge for the same duration, 90 seconds, right? So every ghost can hunt after 90 seconds. A spirit, though, takes 3 minutes to hunt. So if the full timer goes, either the ghost chose not to hunt for that duration, which is possible, or it's a spirit. A demon is on the other side of the spectrum. A demon can hunt after 60 seconds, whereas every other ghost is 90 and a spirit is 3 minutes. Again, Wraith, the easiest way to tell is it doesn't step in salt. But the next way you can tell if it's a wraith is if you're getting random EMF 2s on you while you're around the map, not in the ghost room. Wraiths have an ability to teleport directly on top of you, or any player, leaving an EMF 2 trace. The offside to that, right, is if they teleport to you and hunt, they kill you instantly, unless there's a grace period for the hunt. Phantoms have a similar ability to the Wraith. They both leave EMF 2 traces on the player that they use the ability on. But a Phantom doesn't just teleport, a Phantom roams. So it will roam from its ghost room to whichever player location they choose to use the ability on. Now, Banshees have a very similar ability to the Phantom, where they have the ability to roam, but they roam to their favorite player only. At which point they can hunt as well, but they do not leave an EMF 2 trace. It's just an ability where they roam to their chosen player. Poltergeist. Poltergeist can throw multiple objects with one toss. It's an ability, and they can toss an object every 0.5 seconds, whereas every other ghost has a 50% chance to toss every 0.5 seconds. Djinns are only really detectable if you have a power on. First off, they never turn the power off because the power being on makes them stronger. With line of sight, djinns will speed up abnormally, but then they slow down as soon as they're within 3 meters of you. So that's an easy way to tell for a djinn. Listens to its footsteps. If it's normal, give it line of sight. If it speeds up and then slows down, it's a djinn. Mare is stronger in the dark. So Mare will more frequently turn off the power and more frequently turn off light switches. Now, in the dark, a Mare can hunt at 60% sanity, is it 60? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 60. And then they can't hunt unless they're, No, I'm thinking it back. Hold on. No, 60% sanity is what a Mare can hunt in the dark. 80% is what a can hunt at in the light. So, or opposite. I'm totally having a brain fart there. 80% in the dark, 60% in the light. So if you have your light swap off and you're at like 80% group sanity and you're being hunted, it might not be a Thay, it could be a Mare, right? Revenants, again, their tell is as simple as ever. Shades can't hunt until they're at 35% sanity, and they're not very active as long as you have sanity. They won't hunt if you're in the same room with them, which is bugged. Sometimes they do. And they get more active the lower your sanity gets. So Shades, that's a dead giveaway. Inactive ghosts, very boring. Demons, usually more active than other ghosts because they can hunt you at 100% sanity. They have an ability to hunt at any sanity. It doesn't matter. They can use that ability at any time. But they also have a very high chance to, I think they hunt at 70% by default. So they hunt pretty early, regularly. Yuris have a special ability to slam a door in your face. That's pretty much the one tell that a Yuri has, is to slam a door. No other ghost in the game will slam a door, and it doesn't drain your sanity when other ghosts play with the door either, but Yuris have an ability, I think it drops your sanity by like 15%, so it's a big hit, whereas regular events only drain your sanity by 10%. An Oni, first off, an Oni doesn't show up as a smoke ball when it does the hiss event, and again, the visual check when they're hunting, they're more visible than any other ghost. That's the big giveaway with an Oni. And I think they have a higher chance to be active when there's more people around the ghosts. Like they'll do more events, which drain your sanity more. And they also drain your sanity by more when they do events versus any other ghosts. So things like that, you're not really going to notice, but if it's eventing a lot in the same room with you and your friends, it could be an Oni. Yokai, again, they're pretty much deaf and blind. They can't hear you or sense your equipment as long as you're out of 3 meter range. And so the only way they'll know you're there is if you give them a visual. You'll also... I think they affect the blinking of your equipment. No, that's not right. It's the Raiju that affect your equipment and the blinking and stuff. Hantus, they don't change speed, and they are variable based off of the temperature of the room. So if it's really cold, a Hantu is fast. If it's really warm, a Hantu is slow. They'll never change their speed with line of sight. So if you're looping a ghost and it never changes its speed, it's probably a Hantu. The only other ghosts that don't have line of sight speed are a Thay, technically a Deogen, and a Revenant. But you'll know if it's a Rev, you'll know if it's a Deogen, you'll know if it's a Thay. Goryo's one giveaway is they don't show up on dots unless you're looking through a camera outside of the ghost room and or in the truck viewing dots through a camera or a head cam. Nobody uses head cams anymore, so that's not going to happen. If you're by yourself, Again, you can take your camera and stand outside the door and watch dots through the door. And if you see it on the camera but not in person, then you know it's a dead giveaway for a Goryo. Another trait to the Goryo is they cannot change their favorite room, ever. They will never change their favorite room. Milings, the biggest giveaway for a miling is you cannot hear it unless it's within, I think it's like 10 meters, whereas regular ghosts, you can hear them with like 15 meters. And then things that will give it away is you hear the ghost tossing objects, but you don't hear its footsteps or its breath. You hear it touching doors. The door is a better indicator, because if you hear a door, you should hear the footsteps of the ghost. If you hear an item toss, it could be an item being tossed within hearing range, but the ghost is out of hearing range. So door touches, that's the big one. And if you hear the heartbeat of the ghost coming after you before you hear the ghost, it's probably a miling as well. Onryos are affected by fire lights. We don't call them candles anymore because we're fucking special. They're affected by fire lights. Firelight works as a crucifix with an extended range, right? Crucifix goes up to like, I think they're like 3, 4, and then 5 meters, whereas candle, I think, operates off of 4, so it's like a better crucifix. So a way to test for Onryo is put a candle on top of a crucifix, and if the crucifix burns and the candle doesn't go out, then it's not an Onryo, because right, the Onryo has to burn the candle out when it tries to hunt. Or you can put 3 candles, and if the Onryo uses its ability to burn, to blow out all 3 candles at once, it will start its hunt immediately, which will burn a crucifix if you have a crucifix down. Twins are active in 2 separate rooms. Both twins will give off EMF, but only one twin will give off evidence. So if you're getting, things that are happening, what is it? I think EMF is one. Freezing. So freezing's not going to matter. And spirit box. So if you get a vote, if like the wrong twin is active and it does an event and you try to use the spirit box, it's not going to give you a response, right? Because people use that trick. They go straight to the event point and they try to talk to the ghost to get it to respond. Fastest way to get a spirit box response. Only the real ghost will give you the response. Only the real ghost will give you an EMF 5. So if you're in the other room where the twin is, it's going to give you EMF 2, 3s, 4s for events, but it's never going to give you a 5 for evidence, which is a 25% chance, by the way. Everything that gives you an EMF response has a 25% chance to give you an EMF 5. So the trick to getting EMF 5 quickly is to throw a couple shoes and stuff in the middle of the room and put the EMF at it, turn the light off, and go outside the room and just wait for it to hit EMF 5 when it starts tossing shit. Another thing about the poltergeist is they're the only ghost that can throw items while they're in a well-lit room. So if you turn the lights on in the ghost room and it's in the ghost room tossing shit, it's a poltergeist. They're the only ghost that can do it. Don't be confused for a roaming ghost that happens to go into a dark bedroom beside the bedroom that's lit. They have a 3-meter range for items. So if they're in a dark hallway and they toss a shoe that's within 3 meters in a well-lit room, it's any ghost. So if you want to make sure it's not any ghost, turn on all the adjacent rooms' lights as well. And if there's 0 tossing activity, it's not going to be a poltergeist. And again, twins have the 10% faster and slower hunting speed. So if you notice it's hunting from 2 different locations, if it's active in 2 different locations, and you hear a faster or a slower ghost hunt, then more than likely it's a twin. Raijus, they can hunt you at 80% sanity if you have electronics near them. Yokais can hunt at a higher sanity if you're talking near them. Raijus are faster near your electronics. The easiest way to tell if it's a Raiju is to turn off your electronic equipment in front of the ghost and see if it changes its speed. Obake, They're a shape-shifting ghost, but they have a 5% or a 15% chance to leave a 6-finger fingerprint. I don't think there's a alternate footprint. I've never seen one. It's been a while since I've even seen the 6-finger fingerprint. But they also have a 25% chance not to leave ultraviolet evidence. So if you get a door touch and you look and you're like, nope, no fingerprints, but then later you get a door touch and there's fingerprints, it could be an obake. Other than that, you can visually watch it while it's hunting. It has a one-time guaranteed shift. And then every time it blinks out of existence, it has like a 5% chance to change into another ghost model. So it's possible you'll never see it if you don't see the entire hunt. A mimic has a not forced evidence, but a trait which causes ghost orbs to spawn. So you'll see a ghost orb even in 0 evidence. It's not an evidence, right? So if you see a ghost orb, you always want to check for fingerprints, spirit box, and freezing temperatures. And if you happen to get those 3 and ghost orbs, it's a guaranteed mimic. So never, ever, if you get ultraviolet spirit box or ultraviolet freezing temperature and ghost orbs, right? If you get any of these 2 or these 3 with ghost orbs, don't stop there. Check for freezing, check for spirit box, check for ultraviolet. Never stop at just ghost orbs with one of these 2. Never. Because you'll get mimicked and then you'll feel like an idiot. Morois are depending on your sanity, right? A Moroi at the very start of the game is very slow and it takes forever to hunt because its hunting range is based off your sanity as well. At 0 sanity, I think they hunt at 60%, I want to say. I'm trying to think. What were the early hunter ghosts in my old? It was Mare Demon, Onryo, and Thay. Yeah, so these ones don't hunt early, but they will change its speed based off of your sanity. So when you have 0 sanity, these things will be extremely fast, and they get really, really fast line of sight speed. In fact, I'm pretty sure the Moroi is the fastest ghost in the game once it's peaked in its line of sight with low sanity. Another thing is Morois are affected by smudges longer than other ghosts. It's like smudge time plus half. So 5 seconds, you get like 7.5 seconds of smudge time. Other trick to a Moroi is while it's hunting, take some sanity pills.
Praise?
And if you
How you doing,
notice
brah?
when you take sanity pills and the Moroi will slow down. You'll actually hear it slow down during a hunt. That's another trick you can do. Diogen is extremely simple because it knows where you
I
are.
will literally suck your dick.
Emma, thank you for the daily D.
I love
Jeff, how's it
when
going?
I just hear you explode behind me.
Oh my gosh, Emma doing the double whammy wombo combo. Thank you. I love exploding behind you as well. Diogens, they know where you are at all times. They cannot be hidden from, so don't try to hide. If you hear it's really fast and it slows down a lot, then get the fuck out of your hiding spot and try to loop the ghost somewhere. If you're stuck in a corner, then hopefully you have a smudge stick because you're dead. Thays age the more time you spend with the Thay, right? So they're going to be really young at the start of the game. They can hunt at 75% sanity. And the more you spend in the ghost room, the lower that hunt will go because they age rapidly. Another giveaway is if you ask the Ouija board how old the ghost is, its age will change over time if you spend time in the ghost room. Again, Thays get really slow the longer you spend in the ghost room as well. And they do not have line of sight speed, so if you spent a lot of time in the ghost room, it hunts and it's really slow. Don't assume that it's a twin. And then if you get sight on the ghost and it doesn't change its speed, don't assume it's a Hantu because it could be a really old Thay. So that's pretty much the breakdown of everything you need to know. Again, your EMF 5 is a 25% chance on everything that procs EMF. Dots suck. The ghost has a chance to enter a dots phase, at which point you'll pick it up on the dots. Ghost orbs tend to be in the radius of the ghost room. Sometimes they spawn in the wall, so if you need to check more than once, check more than once. Spirit box has a range. You need to be within the ghosts to be able to get a response, if you do get a response. And the best way to use the spirit box is if the ghost events, go to the event point and use the spirit box, because as soon as it's done eventing, the ghost is right there. So you can check it out there. Ghost writing, pretty simplistic. Put the book down. Freezing temps, don't ever use anything other than a tier 1 thermometer. And then ultraviolet, again, check your doors, use salt, and check immediately after it steps in the salt. That's pretty much it. Back to the grind. What ghost was that? A Thay? Sweet. I'm doing good, Mo. How you doing, buddy? Wait, what?
Job's ready for you.
Why did I have... oh, I was clicking through the fucking book. That's why I had Thay selected. Whoops. That's what I get for doing a big old tutorial in the middle of a round instead of just leaving when I knew what the ghost was. I'm like a living encyclopedia for Faz. Yeah. I've just played this game too much. Too much. There's still traits that I don't know because I don't think that they're worth knowing. Are you normal speed? I think it is normal speed.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
See, I called it and it turned around. That's why I don't like the tables. The yokai checks are so inconsistent. Post Goryo sometimes actually go to dot state, but only when all planets are aligned. A fish was thrown in a volcano. Yeah, I've noticed that Goryos are very difficult to get on dots. Sometimes you're waiting forever. Yeah. I mean, the game's... we all know the game is not perfect. The devs only fix things that allow people to level fast. They don't fix things that matter. We've known this since the beginning of time. I mean, the devs are a bunch of spoiled little boys that want you to play with them the way that they want to play, and they get mad when you play outside their little rules, and they do things like move the guitar so you can't stand on the log. They nerf the fireplace so you can't hide behind it, but you still can't walk with items when crouched. You still get tossed to the left screen whenever you click out and click back into the game. And ghosts still don't operate the way they're supposed to. There's still out-of-bounds spawns for the ghost hunt where you can't interact with the ghost. Priorities, though. But at least you have to play the game the way they want you to. That's what's important. the ghost is coming to my location. Is this a banshee or a phantom? So, right, when the ghost is roaming around you, we don't see visible breath, right? So we're not in the ghost room, but the ghost room, or the ghost is spending a lot of time near us. It stepped in the salt, we heard the footprints, so it's not a wraith. The only two options are phantom and a banshee. Now, I don't hear the ghost throwing any objects, so I'm assuming the ghost room is not near me, but the ghost is coming here, which I would assume is an ability. There is a chance that the ghost room is close, and it happened to roam here, but if we get multiple motion sensor procs and a crucifix burn, it's possible that it's an ability as well. So it's close. It's probably over there somewhere by the tents. So was that a one-time deal, or are we going to get the motion sensor to proc again before the hunt? You think that the guitar patch was worth it? I don't think it was. Not very many. It wasn't a useful thing to do. It wasn't useful. Like, yeah, it was like a cheesy party trick, right? If you happen to get over there successfully, you could make the ghost run back and forth, but it wasn't going to be good for telling what the ghost is, so it wasn't going to be good for, you know, speed runs or anything like that. It was just a means to keep yourself safe. But if you're trying to listen to the ghost, to listen to its behavioral patterns, and you have line of sight on the ghost the entire time, it's going to be very difficult to try to pick up what the ghost is, unless it's something like a phantom or an oni or an obake. He's coming. Why don't I? Oh, that's my own breath I'm seeing. What are you, darling? I don't know. Did she just touch the door? Did she just touch the door? I'm gonna guess Yuri, because that is not a noise that I make. I think she just touched the damn door. So, that brings me to another trait that we didn't talk about. Yuris are the only ghosts that can touch or interact with the front door without eventing in the front door area. Right? So if a ghost events in the front door area, it will close the front door because of the event. But a Yuri can actually touch the front door. So there you go. That was a dead giveaway. It's the only time you're going to guess a Yuri in this map. Look at that. It's just an educational day, isn't it, guys? Getting the motion sensor to detect ghosts on the other floor. Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't hit my level goal. I don't even know what level I am, to be fair. Alright, this little guy for sure is a fucking rev. How'd you know, you little shit? He's probably gonna kill me. Revs have a stupid tendency to see you when they shouldn't see you. Let's see, I think I started out at like 81? 381?
Welcome back.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten that far. We're at 85. Over an hour in. So, we might have spent a bit of time talking though, and not actually grinding. But I'm comfortable stopping around 390 today, and then we can do a poll. We can either do Lethal Company, we can open it up to people who want to play. As long as they have the mod manager, they're able to get all the same mods and stuff very easily. And or we could do like Mortuary Assistant and work on the 100 body embalming. And then I have some other games I've yet to play that are horror related that I've downloaded. Small little short games, I think. I had a couple of them gifted to me too that I need to get to eventually. Hey Em, how's it going? How are you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. I don't know what that was. Don't know what it was.
Welcome back.
Demon.
I had some jobs for you.
See some shouts, by the way. If you guys don't know the trio, Zombie, Mo, and M, please go check them out. They're always playing together, and it's a good fun to watch them all. With the chaos, the yelling, the laughter. It's good stuff. Really good stuff. Go check them all out. Wonderful streamers, every single one of them. And of course, Malevolus, my trusty mod, and the man of meats, the meat rubber himself. Go check out his channel as well. He plans on doing a Lego stream. When did you say that was going to be? This Saturday or next Saturday? But he will be doing... He's building a Star Destroyer? Yeah, the Star Destroyer? It's going to be sick. I'm doing alright, Em. Just chilling, getting some levels in. Not getting very many levels in. We've only got like a handful of levels and it's been an hour already. But that's okay. We were talking a lot of like what the ghosts do and all that kind of stuff. I can pretty much make a tutorial video out of this stream. Just upload it to DaVinci. and work on it later. It took me like an hour to edit. By the way, I just downloaded DaVinci. I don't really know what I'm doing. I made 2 videos so far. Both of them were showing people how to mod Lethal Company. One of them with the mod manager, the first one without the mod manager. Go check them out and give them a thumbs up too if you think they're decent. Alright, it got line of sight. It's a Moroi. Hopefully we can do this little dance. Never mind, it saw me. It's coming. Hopefully it fucks off. Yes, it fucked off. It's alright, fast ghost. Got line of sight speed increase. Pretty much only ghost it can be is a Moroi at that point. But yeah, I just started using DaVinci a few days ago. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But I got the basics down, and you know, I'm learning more. So like I said, I had like a 6-minute to like 10-minute video that I cut down to 3 minutes, and that shit took me over an hour. So I could only imagine what like a 30-minute guide would take me to freaking edit and cut down. Oh man. I'll be working on that shit all day. I don't have the YouTuber intro down either. You know, what's going on, YouTubers? Crazed Twilight here with another Phasmophobia video. You know, I don't do that. No worries, guys. No worries. What is going on right now? There we go. Well, that's a revenant. For a second there, I thought it was a Raiju, but I was dead wrong. Like, it did slow down when I turned off the motion sensor, but it slowed way down. Let's go in there without any tools. They sure are taking their time lately. How do you know, old lady? How do you know? No time for yokai checks. They just come straight for you and they never leave. They never leave. It's rough.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ba-da-dum. Alright, so usually the smaller models, like the crawling or the little child, they throw things a little bit stronger, it seems like, than normal ghosts. But being that the table was completely empty, I did see some pretty high velocity tosses, which can be confusing with the smaller models. I'm going to say, due to the nature of the table, there was nothing on the table. And I saw some pretty decent tosses. I'm going to go with the Poltergeist. That's my train of thought. Sounds like a Raiju. And of course he gets the best pathing in the world to chase me right after the smudge effect. Luckily we got lucky with that smudge and he fucked off.
Hey! Listen!
Yes, Squeaky, what's going on? What am I listening to?
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Hello, Squeaky, how are you? We just need 2 more levels. 2 more levels. Not too bad. Not too bad. Just been doing some Phasmophobia. Trying to keep my levels ahead of the game. Got some people who are trying to pass me up. By the end of the weekend, I need to be at 400. Yo, Jelly, what's going on? Hey, how are you guys doing? What? Right? So I can't see it. I don't know where it is. I just stand up real quick. It was in the bathroom. It saw me. Now it's coming over here. It's another Raiju. So we'll smudge it right away. Turn that off. Easy game. Alright, what do we got here? Now, being it came in the bathroom, or spawned in the bathroom, we're not going to see the ghost orbs. If it is a mimic. Hopefully it's not a mimic.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Very cool. I've added a new role to the Discord for people who would like to play Lethal Company as well.
Alright, we're here.
I need to start looking into editing and, you know, learning the commands of bots for Discord. And setting up Discord in a more sophisticated, complicated manner. I'd like to do that. What's my prestige? 20. I am done prestiging. What's the story about R2? It's trash. Don't use it. If you're talking about the mod manager, that is.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know why it's the top rated download. I was looking at it, and I think it's probably only the top download because people don't know what the fuck you know, they don't know what the real mod manager is for the website. And I don't know, maybe the mods that they're downloading from it work the same way and they're not having conflicting issues. I don't know. But I would say fuck that shit. Yeah, because you go to the, you go to the Thunderstore website, and it's literally the #1 mod downloaded. It's at the top of the list. So you would think it would be good. You would think people are downloading it for a reason. I don't know why people are downloading it. It sucks. It doesn't even have, like, the top-rated fucking mods on the website. Like, I looked for more company, late company, all those aren't even listed. Waiting for your clothes because I just showered and I'm freezing. Hey, yo, you want someone to help warm you up, Jelly?
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Was never going to be able to guess that. 2 more levels. We're still at 2 levels we need.
Alright, we're here.
RNG is not treating us favorably at all. It's been 30 minutes. We got 3 levels in 30 minutes. Yikes. Where the fuck you be at? Go away, Granny. Well. Sometimes you have to improvise, right? Sometimes you gotta improvise.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
Interesting. There's a banshee. What's up, Malevolous? Welcome back. Back and worn out. Hey, yo, you go visit that friend who sent you that text message? Nice, dude. Nice. That's all I'm gonna say. A tournament in Tulsa. Is that what they're calling it these days? Having a tournament? I dig it.
If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to pass out.
No way, Kate. Kate's ignoring her work right now to make me drink water. I want to say this is a myling. But it won't go away. Go away. Stop it. I don't know for sure, but I have a feeling, and it's probably a spirit, and then I'm not going to get the spirit.
Welcome back.
There we go.
Jobs ready for you.
Thank you for the hydrate, Kate. I hope work is not killing you slowly. Oh, it is. I said I hope it's not. Want it to kill you? Then how else would I remember to drink water? Surely I wouldn't do it on my own. It's the grandma. Suffer, I guess. I would, if I didn't drink water, Kate, I would just die. Are you trying to tell me that I need coffee because I was yawning? Wait, was that a shapeshift? Did I just see you shapeshift? Do it again. Come on, you old coot. Am I tripping balls or is she shapeshifting? I think she's shapeshifting. She always did it behind the table, so I couldn't really tell, but I'm pretty sure I saw white pajamas, and I'm pretty sure I saw a push-up.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Job's ready for you.
we hit our goal.
Shake the booty, shake the knees.
God damn it, Kate. We hit our goal. 390. Alright.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
So yeah, I'm Prestige 20. These are Roman numerals, if you didn't know what those are. X is 10. 2 X's is 20. We're now level 390. And we have over $1.6 million. The only challenges that the only achievements that we have left in the game to collect are doing challenge mode. We need to do 10 of these. And I'm not pushing to 999, but if it happens before the next badges are released, then so be it. But I really don't care if I hit 999 or not. I just want to stay ahead of my friend.